Well, we made it to the end of the section and we've done with the second chapter on functions. It's a lot more to learn, but it's definitely a process that you're going to have to get familiar with and you're going to have to put some effort into it. Again, we're here to help you get through this because, like I said, this is one of the most challenging concepts to learn. So, this is the final section of the chapter. We're going to dive right into it. If you're new to the channel, the curriculum is free. You can follow along. The link is in the description. Also, to go and check out all the other chapters as well. Because up until this point, we're up to chapter 11. So, with that being said, let's get into the final section. Recursion wrap up. In order to function, what is that? I don't know. Recursion must fulfill 4 conditions. Here's the 4 conditions. A series of small identical steps combined to solve a larger problem. A base case must be defined. When true, the simplest case halts the recursion. A recursion function repeatedly calls itself. Each time the recursive function is called, it must alter the data variable condition in order to move closer to the base case. Benefits of recursion. Fewer lines of code required to accomplish a task. Makes code cleaner and more readable. Drawbacks of recursion. More abstract than using loops. Code is more readable only if the reader understands recursion, which is true. Recursion in a nutshell. Build a single function to break a big problem into slightly smaller versions of the exact same problem. The function is repeatedly called itself to reduce the problem into small and smaller pieces. Eventually, the function reaches a simplest case, the base case, which it solves. Solving the base case sets up the solution to all of the previous steps. Why do I need to know recursion? If you ask veteran programmers how often they use recursions, you will get answers ranging from not since I had to do it in school to a very regularly. Some programmers avoid recursion like the plague, while others look forward to using it whenever it fits. And the reason for this is because if you don't truly understand it, you're just going to basically use what you're familiar with and what you're used to or accustomed to. If you become accustomed to recursion, you're going to use it more often. So it's up to you. Most of the recursion problems you encounter in your tech career can be solved with loops instead. However, recursion is a skill most programmers will see and are expected to know even if they do not use it all the time. How deep you need to dive depends entirely on the type of job you get, your team members, and your personal preference. Let's use an analogy. At some point in time, most teams must solve a quadratic in school. Find x and x sub 2 plus 2x minus 35 equals 0. Perhaps you finally remember doing this yourself. As kids, we were expected to know how to solve a quadratic. But as adults, the need to do this varies. Some of us must frequently find x, while others only need to solve 1 or 2 equations a year. Still, others do not see quadratic again until their own kids learn about them. Since their future jobs might not require it, why do teens need to learn how to solve quadratics? Because at some point in time, they will have to do it again, if only to shock their kids, and they need to be ready when that happens. The same is true for recursions. Learn it, love it, use it. Okay, so we made it again. Keep on going back and reviewing. Use these videos as tools to help you review, because trust me, the more and more you do it, the more and more you're going to return more information and also or retain more information. Also too, it's going to begin to stick. Like I said, when you retain that information, you're going to become more confident in learning how to code, and you're just going to keep building upon the foundation that we've already laid. So again, we made it to the end of chapter 11. I'm going to see you in the next chapter. So again, remember, the more you do, the more you improve. See you later.